Hey guys, so today I'm gonna be talking about my relaxed hair story. I figured since I'm transitioning, why not talk about my relaxed hair story? And when I'm natural, I'll talk about my transitioning hair story and etc. I figured because you guys don't really see much of my transitioning hair journey. You only see like bits of it. I figured I'll just talk about my relaxed hair story and my transitioning hair story when I'm natural and etc. and all that stuff. So let's get started. But before I start, I know my hair, it looks crazy. It's all wild and yeah. I actually filmed a tutorial on it this morning, which was, I think it was an absolutely fail. Like, it was horrible. I think it was horrible. I don't know. It was okay, but it wasn't what I was expecting because I did this style on Saturday when I went out, and it came out so nice. Like, I loved it, and I got a whole bunch of compliments on it. Not this one today, but the one on Saturday. And yeah, I guess I'll upload it, edit and upload it, but I don't know. Maybe I'll do it another time or something. I guess I'll upload it. I'm gonna upload it. Hey, it's trial and error, right? Every style's not gonna come out the same, so I'll upload it to show you guys that I actually do fail with my hair most of the time. So I guess I'll upload it for you guys. Okay, to start my relaxed hair story, it all started in 7th grade. I was 14, I think. I was 14 in 7th grade. Yeah, whatever. I started school late, okay? But I was 14 in the 7th grade, and that was the first time I got my first relaxer. It was like the ending of 7th grade. And my mom told me to tell my dad that I should, cream my hair. At that time, I was like, cream my hair? I was like, what? And she's like, yes, cream your hair to make it go straight so it could be easier to manage. So I'm like, okay. So I just said okay to whatever she said. I was like, okay, I guess. So I just told my dad that my mom said to cream my hair. In case you didn't know, I'm Jamaican. So, but yeah, my mom will always call and she'll tell me to tell my dad to cream my hair. So I'm like, okay. Because in middle school, I was known as the girl with the long hair. That's what everybody called me. I'm not trying to be all cocky, I'm just saying. That's what everybody was known, because I had really long hair in my middle school years. Even when I was relaxed, I had about, when I was natural in 6th grade and the beginning of 7th grade, my hair was already probably about bra strap length or training bra length, because I was not wearing a bra back then. I was wearing training bras. Yes. I wasn't, mature yet. So it was about training bra length. And everybody knew me as the girl with the long hair. Nobody knew about natural or whatever. Everybody just, you had hair or you didn't, I guess, in my middle school. So my mom will always call and tell me to, tell your dad to cream your hair. So he finally took me to go to the salon and get my hair relaxed. So it was this lady. She was like, hi, she was nice or whatever. She was my beautician from that day on until up to 9th grade. Yeah, that's coming soon. But I went to this lady and I told her, well, my dad told her, oh, can you perm her hair for me, please? And he told her, whatever my mom told him to do with my hair. So I was like, okay. So I'm all excited, my first time going to the hair salon. I'm sitting in the chair. I'm like, okay, I'm ready. So she get this big bucket of relaxer. So I'm like, what is that? I'm thinking it's conditioner or something. So I'm like, okay. And she started mixing it and all that jazz. And then she based my edges with Vaseline or whatever. I'm like, I'm saying this all in my head. I'm like, this feels kind of weird. And she started putting it on. And then after she finished putting everything on, she just like smoothed it out. You know what they do when you put on a relaxer. She started smoothing my hair. Then after a couple of minutes, I just felt like this burning sensation. And I told her it was burning. She's like, oh, you have to wait for it. I'm like, huh? It burns. And then she was like, just give it 5 more minutes, 5 more minutes. I was like, I can't do 5 more minutes. It really burns. And I was like so close to like crying. It burnt so bad. It was just horrible. That was my first relaxer and it was horrible. She took me to go wash it out. It didn't fully take. That's when I realized, well, that's not when I realized, but later on, that's when I realized that relaxers don't really work in my hair or whatever. But when she washed it out, she was like, oh, it didn't take fully. When you come back in 6 weeks, you know, we'll go over it one more time. And I'm like, huh? What? I was like so lost because I didn't know what she was doing. But after a while, after she washed it out and, you know, blow dried it and flat ironed it, I looked in the mirror. I was like, wow. I was just like playing with my hair, I was flipping it. I was like doing the Willow Smith. I whipped my hair back and forth. I whipped my hair. I was doing it all. I was like, oh, I love my hair. Da, da. Because I really did like it. Like, it was longer. It got longer. And it was smooth. I could, you know, put my fingers through it. And it was great. So, skipping some years, I guess 8th, 9th grade to 9th grade. 8th grade year. 8th grade year. I went back to her one day and I had to get a touch-up. So when I got the touch-up, she relaxed my hair again, you know, just the little new growth part, I guess. She washed it and she braided my hair. Like, I had like cornrows. The same day that I got the relaxer. Yes, I know, crazy. I didn't know that you weren't supposed to get, you know, a relaxer and get your hair braided. She was the beautician, so I believed everything she said, and whatever she did to my hair was right, because, you know, it was her job. She had her license or whatever for it. So I was like, okay, I'll get some braids. She never told me that. But after a while, like when I took the braids out, I noticed that my hair was like breaking off slowly. It was like every time I'll take out one braid, I see some hair, it was shedding, then I'll see a whole bunch of hair just coming out of my head, and I told my dad that, oh, my hair is breaking. And then that's when I went to my cousin, my older cousin, and I was like, why is my hair breaking? Because she permed my hair and, you know, and she braided it. And my cousin was like, what? She braided your hair when she permed it? I was like, yeah. She said that she was going to braid it, you know. And I was like, what's wrong? She was like, oh my gosh, that lady is jealous, or she just don't know what she's doing, because you're not supposed to perm your hair and get it braided the same day. And I was like, what? Why not? And then she's just like, because when you put the perm or relaxer in your hair is like super sensitive. You're not supposed to, you know, get it wet or braid it or do any other style besides, you know, just wrap it at night and take it down in the morning. So I was like, oh, okay. So after that day, I went back to the lady, but I didn't go back to, like, you know, I didn't go back to her to get my hair redone. I went back to her and I told her, I was like, you braid my hair and you permed it the same day. She's like, yeah, I know. I was like, but you weren't supposed to do that. Why? And she's like, oh, no, sweetheart, you know, it's okay. Your hair will always grow back. And I was like, no. Something was wrong. This lady, she was like really jealous. I like noticed. I didn't really like take it in, because every time I would go through her throughout my, like, you know, 6-month retouch or whatever, I kind of knew she was kind of jealous because she'll always, you know, get a little scissor happy until I tell her, no, don't cut it so much. And then I'll always watch her so she wouldn't cut it. But that's when I figured she was like really jealous when she braided and put my hair. So I was like, oh my gosh, okay. And I went back to her and I told her, I found another beautician. I was like sassy. I was in 8th grade and I was telling this grown lady this. I wasn't rude though. I was like really sweet telling her. I was like, oh, I'll go to another beautician because I don't know, because I'm moving. I think I said something like that. I was like, because I'm moving. She's like, oh, okay. It was nice having you for, you know, these 2 years or whatever. I was like, yeah, you too. And I was like, right. You was just jealous. But that's how that whole relaxed hair started. Then throughout my 9th, 10th, and 11th, 12th, throughout my high school year. In 10th grade, I discovered, well, I didn't discover, my cousin told me about this website called Hairlista. And then I was like, what's Hairlista? She was just like, oh, you know, a website where girls, you know, they track their hair progress and go on a hair journey, da da da. And I was like, oh, okay. And then the next day I went on the website and I signed up. This was in 10th grade. So in 10th grade, I basically started my hair journey, my healthy hair journey. And I started at about shoulder length. That's what my hair was right there. And I set a goal for my hair to reach armpit length, like somewhere right here. And then in 10th grade, that's when I like first began my hair journey from the website Hairlista. Give a shout out to Hairlista. Yeah, because it helped me a lot. So in 10th grade, that's when I went on the website. I was like, okay, I'm gonna do what this website says, and I went and brought like products. I wasn't a product junkie or anything. I just like got some little products or whatever. I got what worked for my hair back then. And I just kept, and I also watched some YouTube videos. Like in 10th grade, that's when like I was like overly obsessed with like YouTube videos. Like 9th grade and 8th grade year, like I'll go on YouTube too, but I wasn't obsessed with it like I was in 10th grade when I started my healthy hair journey. So in 10th grade, I went on the website, and then, you know, I started following the procedures or whatever on the website. And then by 11th grade year, like the middle of 11th grade year, beginning of 11th grade year, I noticed that my hair was getting like longer. So I'm like, oh, this website is really working, and I loved it, everything. My hair was about right here in middle of 11th grade, beginning 11th grade. It was like right here, about underneath like my collarbone, like somewhere like right here. And I noticed it. Okay, so my camera died. Okay, but so I don't remember where I left off. Oh, I was saying that my hair was like underneath like my collarbone area, and I figured like, oh, the website is working. But throughout my relaxed hair story, like when I was in high school, when I was in 10th, 11th, and my senior year, but not when I started to transition, I used a lot of heat. Like I would flat iron my hair because, like I mentioned earlier, the relaxers, they really didn't fully take. They never fully take. They never fully took. No matter who I went to or what relaxer I used, they just would never take. So I would flat iron my hair like every day, or I flat my hair every other day. Like I know on the website on Hairlista it says not to use a lot of heat and all that, but that was probably the only thing that I kind of ignored. So I would like constantly put heat on my hair all the time because the relaxer did not take. I didn't have like the straight look, so I would just always go over it with my flat iron when it was hot, cold. If I seen a little frizz, or I would just always like flat iron my hair. That was like probably the mistake I made when I was relaxed. But I guess God was on my side because I didn't have any heat damage at all. I never had heat damage. Hopefully I never will. But yeah, I never had heat damage from all that heat that I put in my hair. I guess I'm like one of the lucky ones because you know some heat works for some people and sometimes it doesn't work for others. So I guess I'm gonna consider myself being one of the lucky ones. So I didn't get any heat damage. I was surprised. I was shocked because the way that I use heat was ridiculous. Like it was crazy. But that's when like went. It was a group on her list that says no heat for like 6 months. And within that 6 months, I didn't use any heat, and I was also on a stretch on the group on her list. Some group like no relaxer for 6 months and no heat for 6 months. So I did both of that at the same time, and that's when I finally permed my hair. This was in 10th grade, like towards the ending of 10th grade. I was on a heat challenge, a no heat challenge, and a 6-month stretch. So while I was doing that, I was like, okay, I don't know how I'm gonna not use heat, but I made it through. And when I relaxed my hair the next time, when I was supposed to relax it after the 6-month stretch was over, I noticed that my hair went to armpit length. And I was surprised. I was like, so not using heat and stretching a relaxer, you know, grows your hair, I guess. So I just decided to I was going to keep stretching my hair. So in the 11th grade year, I got a relaxer twice a year because I started stretching my relaxer more and more. I stretched it for 6 months. I started off stretching my relaxer for 6 months. And then, well, in 10th grade, before 10th grade and stuff, I got a relaxer like every 6 weeks. But when I was on my healthy hair journey in 10th grade, the first time I stretched my relaxer, I didn't know what stretching a relaxer was. I thought I came up with it. But I stretched my relaxer for about 20 weeks. So I wait 20 weeks before I got my next relaxer. And then that's when, you know, the whole Hairlista website came into play after, like a little after my 10th grade year. And I started to stretch my relaxer for six months. And I did the whole no heat challenge, and my hair automatically went to armpit length. And I was super excited. And then, you know, my senior year came, and then the last time I permed my hair was February 21st of 2012, which was last year. So yes, I graduated high school last year. So yeah, and then on February 22nd, that's when my whole transitioning journey began. So that's really everything about my relaxed hair story. It was horrible. It was great because, don't get me wrong, I loved my relaxed hair. Even though I think I killed it with the heat, but I never got heat damage, which I'm still shocked at this time that I didn't get any heat damage because I used heat a lot. But hey, I guess my hair is one of the hairs, I guess, that can adapt to heat, I guess. But yeah, and that's really all to my relaxed hair story. It was great. It was bad some days when I couldn't swim and I couldn't sweat, couldn't wet my hair at all. But yeah, that's really everything. And between all of that and the whole Hairlista thing, I was doing the whole co-wash and deep condition once a week and all of that extra stuff. So I know this video is probably like super long, so I'm gonna end it here. And thank you guys so much for watching, and thumbs up the video if you liked it. And that's everything. So I really hope you guys enjoyed me blabber about my relaxed hair story. And if you can't wait to see my transitioning hairstyle, thumbs up the video and comment, subscribe, share. And thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.